Good morning, dear children, and welcome to computer class. Today I, Harmeek ma'am, will tell you about advanced features of word processor. So open your books on page 30, chapter 3, advanced features of word processor. Before that, let me tell you what a word processor is. We all know that computer needs a certain set of instructions to work, and these instructions are called software. So a word processing software is a software which helps us to create documents like typing letters, books, magazines, pamphlets, newspapers, etc. Microsoft Word is a word processor that helps you to create documents with a professional outlook. It not only provides the facility to type and edit the text, but also offers features to enhance the overall appearance of the text. Edit means to make some changes like adding, deleting, copying or moving the text. And enhance means to make our document look more beautiful by changing the color of font, font style, providing border to a document, etc. And this is called formatting the text. There are many examples of word processor like Notepad, WordPad, Microsoft Word. We will be learning about Microsoft Word in today's session. A quick recap as how to open MS Word. First, click on Start button, All Programs, Microsoft Office, and then Microsoft Office 2007. Microsoft Office Word application will open on your screen. Now the first feature that we have to learn is Format Painter. The Format Painter tool is used when you want to copy and apply the same formatting such as color, font style and size and border style to another section of text or graphics. That means to apply formatting features of one set to another. To do that, what we have to do, I will show it to you practically. As you can see, I have composed a document and you can see it on your computer screen, and I want to apply the same formatting to the last line or to the whole paragraph that I have used for the first line. So the steps are: first, select the text whose formatting features you have to copy, as I have selected this whole text. Then go to Format Painter button. This Format Painter button is on the clipboard group of the Home tab. These all are the tabs and these are their respective groups. So I will select Format Painter. As you can see, it has got selected. Now I will bring my cursor to the document and you can see that the cursor has changed to a brush shape. Now I will just drag this brush over the portion where the formatting features have to be applied, and in one go it will be done. So this is how we can use the Format Painter. Children, the Format Painter is a toggle button. Now what is a toggle button? It means that it is a type of a button that allows the user to change a setting between two states. For example, when I will select this Format Painter, slightly embedded inside. That means it is selected. Then if I want to deselect it, I will just click it away from it and it will get deselected. Hope that Format Painter feature is clear to you. Moving further, next we will learn to apply superscript and subscript option. The superscript option places the selected text slightly above the baseline. On the contrary, the subscript option places the selected text slightly below the baseline and makes it appear smaller than the rest of text. To apply superscript option, first we will select the text to which this effect has to be applied. Here I will select 2. Then I will go to font dialog box launcher. Now this is the font dialog box launcher. When I will click, a dialog box opens and the name of this dialog box is font dialog box. It has a number of fonts and effects. We have to select the effects. Which effect we are going to select? The superscript effect. So simply click on the checkbox, then click on OK, and see we have applied the superscript option to 2. Similarly, we can use the subscript option also. I have written the formula of water, that is H2O, but 2 slightly has to go down the baseline. Again, I will select 2 here. I'll go to font dialog box launcher and select subscript effect. Click OK, and as you can very well see that 2 has gone slightly below the baseline. This is how to apply subscript option. Next we have to learn applying shadow effect. Shadow effect gives 3D look to the text. To apply shadow effect, select the text to which you have to apply shadow effect. Again, go to font dialog box launcher and select shadow effect. Click on the checkbox, select OK, and you can see that the shadow effect has been applied. To apply other special effects on the selected text, click on font dialog box launcher. Select the required font effect in effect section like strike through, small caps, all caps. Strike through means that there will be a line that will pass through. All caps, whatever you have typed, it will go in all capitals. Small caps means that the first letter will be capital and rest will be small. So these are the different effects that we can use for our text. Students, there is always a confusion between superscript and subscript. One simple way to learn the difference is rhyme super with ooper. That means superscript places the selected text slightly ooper and subscript below the printed line. Hope now you will never forget this concept. Next is applying header and footer. Header and footer is used to place some information on the top and at the bottom of every page. Respectively, you can include the title, chapter's heading, date, page number, author's name, etc. in this section. To understand header and footer, we can take the example of your book. Lesson 3, Advanced Features of Word Processor 1. That is, the name of the chapter is placed at the top of the page. That is, it is placed in the header section. Now, name of the book, Logic Skips, and the page number is placed at the bottom of the page, means in the footer section. The header and footer buttons are found in header and footer group of the insert tab. Now we will go to insert tab, and here are the header and footer group. Click on header button. So here we will click on header button. It will display a list of options. These are the list of options that you can see. Here we will select edit header. The word will display the editable header here, as you can see. Now here, whatever you want to type, you can type it. After that, I will once again show you how to do that, children. Now Now here we can type Kids Learning. Now after that, press the tab button twice and the tab button will go to the right side. Now from here, click on Date and Time button and you will find list of available formats. You can select any one, as I have selected this. Click on OK and the date will come on the right side. Now this is how we can write anything in the header group. One more thing is to be noticed, children, that when you will select header and footer, another tab, that is the design tab, will appear on the tab group. Footer option. Click on footer button on the insert tab and select edit footer. Now here we will select edit footer. The cursor appears on the left side of the footer section. Now press the tab key once and the cursor will jump in the middle of the page. Then click on the page number here. These are the options where you want to give the page number: at the top of the page, bottom of the page, page margin, or current position. So I want to give it in the bottom of the page. So I will select this option. These are the different lists, or you can say these are the different options where you want to put your page number. So I want to put it in the middle, so I will select this option. And see, this is where your page number can be added. So this is how we can use the header and footer option. So with this, children, we will come to the end of today's class. So it is a request that please revise all the things that we have done today, and we will continue with the rest of the options in the next session. Have a good week, children. Stay safe, stay blessed.